Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you how to sharpen a chainsaw chain using a regular angle grinder. I have a chainsaw from the brand Iron Angel GS700, which I bought last year, and its chain teeth have already become dull, not sharp anymore. I have already carefully sharpened them using a small round file that I have in the kit. If you sharpen the teeth correctly, you will need a round file, and you must hold it at the same angle for all the teeth. But this is a very long and meticulous job, and the steel here is hard and tempered, so we will use an angle grinder. A characteristic sign that the chainsaw chain needs sharpening is that the shavings from the work become very fine, the work speed is dropping, and the chain is heating up. Now I will work with a dull chain and see what kind of shavings and cutting speed we get. You can see that the sawdust produced when cutting wood is almost like dust, very fine. In fact, it is extremely fine, and there are no large sections. Let's sharpen. For sharpening the chainsaw chain, we will need a metal cutting disc. I find a disc with a thickness of 2.5 mm to be the most convenient. Some people use such thick grinding wheels, but I find them inconvenient because they are very coarse. With this wheel, it's much more convenient and precise to sharpen the chain. I will use an angle grinder with a 180 mm disc diameter. Using chalk or a permanent marker, mark one of the teeth, which will be the first and last. The standard sharpening angle for these teeth is approximately 30 degrees, so we use the same angle everywhere, carefully and gently touching each and every one of the teeth in both directions. If the teeth are very worn down, you need to slightly grind this protrusion as well, gently touching it with the disc. Turn on the ultraviolet machine and start sharpening. If you try the tooth, it has become noticeably sharper, like a blade, compared to the one that hasn't been sharpened yet. After finishing one side, we rotate the chainsaw and continue working until we reach the control tooth. After finishing one side, carefully turn the chain over and cut the remaining teeth from the other side. We sharpen very carefully to avoid damaging the chain base and overheating the tooth. We touch lightly. After such sharpening, the teeth became noticeably sharper, more even, and there is no lateral wear. The only thing to do is to be careful, so as not to overheat the metal and make it dull faster. We also try not to damage the chain base itself because it can break, and if necessary, grind down this tooth slightly if it becomes higher than this cut by approximately 0.05 mm. After completing the sharpening process for the chainsaw chain, you can thoroughly inspect the results. As you can clearly observe, the cutting speed of the chainsaw has significantly increased, making it much more efficient and effective for cutting through various materials. This improvement is evident in the smoother and faster cutting action. The chip size has increased. It has literally become flakes, not like the usual dust it was before. Thus, sharpening a chainsaw chain with a carbon grinding machine is quite possible if you don't have other tools or items at hand and time is short.